What up, guys? TheMADScientist7890 here, MVPScheer123r88, and it's going to be our second video for RSTS Express Wrestling. So, watching wrestling here, from 2011, kind of thinking back 10 years ago, 2001, quite possibly the
best year in wrestling.
The best year for, even just WWE's, 2001 are pretty good. Rosters for WWE. And we're thinking, okay, 10 years now, later, comparing the roster of WWE to the roster then, how different are they? What's, different about them? So we want to do this video here. He came up with the idea. Yes, but I did all the work. See? Shazam. So, whatever. You don't have to, it doesn't matter. I did all the work. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start lower card, divas, mid card, upper mid card, then main event. Kind of just go through and talk about how much different they are, this and that. So, first up, we pretty much got here. By the way, I like your hat and the jacket. It's a bit nippy here.
It's sheer cold in here, man.
It is sheer cold. It's actually really cold here in San Diego. But lower card guys, I'm going to name them off, and then for 2001, go to 2011, we'll talk about them. All right. Sean O'Hare, Mark Jindrak, Chuck Columbus, Sean Stasiak, Too Cool, Crash Holly, Steve Blackman, Tajiri, Taka Michinoku, Spike Dudley, Billy Gunn, Al Snow, D'Lo Brown, Val Venus, X-Pac, Chavo, The Good Father, Bull Buchanan, Lance Storm, Stevie Richards, and Billy Kidman. And that's the 2001 there. And then the 2011.
I'll show you. You'll see. I enjoy that.
Who was that?
It's Stevie Richards.
Oh, that's right. I must not pay that much attention to him.
By the way, this is his right to censor years.
Right to censor. That was actually a pretty good heel faction. I'm not going to lie. All right. And then for 2011, lower card, Regal, Brodus Clay, Tyler Rex, Yoshitatsu, Michael McGillicuddy, Otunga, JTG, Epico, Primo, McIntyre, Tyson Kidd, Trent Beretta, Slater, Gabriel, the Usos, Jinder Mahal, Johnny Curtis, and Kurt Hawkins.
Okay, but I just want to say, just looking at these two rosters, like the difference between 2001 and 2011 is 2001, like they actually had like personality and characters and personas. Like if you look at like the only difference between Otunga and Goodfather is Otunga just has no personality. Like it's just different. Otunga is the Goodfather with no personality, which is no anything.
I'd agree with that. But there's some guys from 2001 that I really thought were going to do something in the upcoming years. I thought Sean O'Hare, Mark Jindrak could have, really done something. Too Cool could have been, a more known tag team. Taka Michinoku was obviously, I thought, one of the best cruiserweights. So
why can't you put like three guys together in 2011 and make them like a right censor faction?
I don't know. I didn't even know. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Like that gives them something to do. Like none of these guys, like McGillicuddy, Otunga, JTG.
Well, they tried that with
McIntyre,
Nexus.
Kidd, Beretta, like Rex. Like they don't have anything to do. Like they don't have any. They don't have anything that connects them with the fans.
Yeah,
like,
honestly, yeah. Like I understand what you're saying. They tried that with the Nexus, but it was different.
But they did it like to put over just Barrett.
Yeah, I don't know.
Barrett Barrage or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. There's guys on here I still think can do stuff. Regal should get one final run, I think. Brodus Clay could do something, Otunga, they may be using him in the future. McIntyre fell off. I thought he was going to be something big, and he never did.
Could be the next big thing.
Yeah, the Epico, Primo.
Gabriel would be higher if he wouldn't have got, what, is he injured now?
Injured, he's got something wrong with him. Jinder Mahal as well, I thought maybe doing something else, but he kind of just dissolved as well. So, that's the lower mid-card. Like he said, I feel like the lower mid-card really had, for 2001, had more, characters and stuff like that. So
they were interesting. They had something. They had Crash Holly was a very interesting character. Like he was
the hardcore title.
Like, he made it fun.
So that's the lower mid card or the lower cards basically. And then we're gonna hit with the women here. 2001 women wrestlers: Chyna, Trish Stratus, Lita, Ivory, Mighty Molly, Stacey Keibler, Tori Wilson, Jacqueline, Terry, Deborah, and I put Stephanie in there as well because she was around a lot.
She did have a match in 2001.
So she did some.
Trish Stratus. Yeah. Pretty good.
So, and then 2011, Beth Phoenix, Natalia, Kelly, Eve. I put Carmen in there too. Brie and Nikki Bella, AJ, Alicia Fox, Layla, Caitlyn, Tamina, Rosa Mendez, Oksana, and Maxine.
Now remember, this is the time before Trish was really good.
Yeah, that was true. So
this is the time before.
Chyna was still the top diva.
I think I was feuding with the men though too.
So that was true. But I think Beth Phoenix, I actually think Beth Phoenix is probably
the best wrestler in that whole entire group.
Yeah, I'd probably say. Trish is.
At the time, we're just considering at the time.
Yeah, at the time.
Now Beth Phoenix 2011 and Trish 2001. I think Trish became probably a better wrestler.
I think Layla has become a lot better too. Layla, and I think Kelly's become better too, but not as, I think Natalia and Beth Phoenix really need to show the women division a little bit more spunk. So I mean, I don't know, I could see that. But the rosters compared there, I mean, it's absolutely different. Literally nobody there that's the same. It's a complete different women's roster. So, make your opinion on that, how it is. Next I have the mid-card guys. For 2001 I had Christian, Test, Albert, Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn, Rhino, DDP, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Bubba Ray, Devon, Farouk, Bradshaw, Hurricane, and Raven. And then for the mid-card now, Dan Bryan, Morrison, Kofi, Bourne, Sin Cara, Mason Ryan, Santino Marella, Ryder, Kane, Ted DiBiase, Ezekiel Jackson, Hunico, and Alex Riley. Alex Riley kind of fell off, but he's, from the time he was from this year, I would say he was mid-card type status. But the thing about this mid-card status right here is a lot of these guys went on and did bigger things. These guys are kind of still floating.
Yeah,
so,
they haven't gotten that push yet. I mean, Kane has. But
Kane, yeah.
That's about the only way. It just, this mid-card, like, you can also tell, like, the tag teams were more prominent. They were seen as mid-card acts. They were putting, like, TLC matches, put in high-profile feuds to build off each other and become, like, bigger single stars. Look at all the Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. Edge is obviously retired, but he was multi-time world champ. Christian's won the title, 2 times this year. Both the Hardys went on to get drugged up and stuff like
Jeff
that.
became pretty popular.
But Jeff became he's probably one of the most popular acts in wrestling right now. And then Bubba and Devon have Bubba has a good singles career going. So they all built off each other into, branching off into better things for most of them.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But I think there's a couple guys in the mid card that are going to probably move up here in the near future. Dan Bryan is a guy I think is going to move up. I don't know about Kofi and Bourne. They may run the tag team division for a while. Zack Ryder is somebody that I just recently put in the mid card, and the reason I think that is because the fans believe he's a mid card guy, and I think that's where he should be right now. I don't think he's a lower guy with some of these other people that are in here. I think he should be in that mid card.
And I think the talent for 2011, if you take this as just these two lists, you look at it, I think the talent for 2011 is actually better than 2001's talent.
Yeah, quality-wise, I think the match quality-wise. If they
Brian Morrison, Kofi, Bourne,
yeah,
Cars a bust, and Mason Ryan. Mason Ryan could turn into something good.
He could, yeah. I think Alex Riley could be something too, but he hasn't done much lately, so take it for what it is. But that's the mid card. I know he fell off. I still put him in the mid card.
Very nice guy. I met him at a show once. Very nice guy, but just
fell off. Yeah.
Bland. Just they don't have anything to do for these people. Like, creative just is not being very creative right now with their characters at all.
Yeah.
Like, they had such engaging stuff back then with just the Hardys, Dudleys, and Christian. Like, they were mid card guys. People cared because they were.
These are guys you could put together for a tag. You could put some of these guys together in a tag team and really make them solidify a tag team and really give us a tag team division. But that they're not going to do that. But take it for what it is. So here's the upper mid card guys from 2001: Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Rikishi, Big Show, Rob Van Dam, Kane, and Ric Flair. Now's upper mid card is Ziggler, Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett, Christian, Swagger, Mysterio, and R-Truth. Some of these guys from now kind of just made it on up here to this list. I think Mysterio has been an off and on guy, main eventer, upper mid carder for most of his career. Same thing with Christian as of recently, just really can't stick in that main event. He's not really there. And I guess they don't believe in him that much. But I see a lot of these guys that are in the upper mid card from 2001 making that jump to the main event scene very soon.
If you look at this, the personalities on the 2011 side finally beat the 2001 side, I think. Yeah. I think Ziggler's got a good personality. Rhodes is good. Barrett's building up. Christian's always been good. Swagger, I did a video about Swagger being in the main event. He should be a main event talent, but he just can't talk.
R-Truth is great.
R-Truth is great. But on the other side, you look at the technical guys like Benoit, Guerrero, Edge. I haven't even really technical, but
he was popular. Yeah, people liked him. So I don't know. I just think it's interesting. The upper mid card guys are on the cusp of really like breaking out this year, but it's just so hard because you have the Cena Orton, and then I guess you could really consider Punk as the solidified main eventers of 2011, but it's just hard to put him in a category with them now. So I don't know. But here's the main event from 2000 and then 2011. The main event from 2001: Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, and I have It's kind of hard to say, but I have Booker T in the main event too. He's kind of an upper card guy. He's a kind of an upper card guy, but I would put him. Yeah, I would put him in the main event. You know, in 2001, and then for 2011, CM Punk, John Cena, Randy Orton, Alberto Del Rio, Mark Henry, Sheamus, Miz, and Big Show. You know, and I guess Triple H I guess would be in there as well somewhere. You know, it's interesting. The 2001, you know, main eventers are really solidified main eventers. You know, guys that you could see all the time in the main event. You know, always. To me, in 2011, I really only see 3 guys all just continuing to be there. Yeah, continuing to be there.
Sure. This is where 2001 just destroys 2011. You have, I think on this list you have 6 guys. I mean, I don't really, maybe not Booker T, but the other 6 guys, Stone Cold, Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Jericho, and Angle, were top guys. And, you know, besides just being top guys, they could all go and they could all deliver really good matches too. So most of your main events, you had, you know, 4-star quality matches at the end. So at least you went home on a good note. You know, and here you have Mark Henry, you know, Big Show, Miz isn't, you know, too terribly great. Like you said, you think Alberto Del Rio is overrated now.
Yeah, I think, you know, I originally Sheamus liked, Sheamus is kind of just
Sheamus is kind of growing
floating, But my thing with Del Rio is, you know, I think Del Rio is, you know, when he first came out and he had his run up to the Royal Rumble, I really enjoyed Del Rio. You know, I think he's still okay, but I think he's becoming overrated. I think, you know, they're kind of trying to force him down our throat now a little bit, with him winning titles and then just losing. He doesn't seem like a solidified guy who could just, you know, he would just jump down to the mid-card or upper mid-card at any time. That's the same thing with The Miz. But, you know, I feel like the next guy on the cusp of making that level, making that jump to, you know, Punk, Cena, Orton level is actually Sheamus. I think Sheamus is a guy that fans truly, you know, like now. He has the character, he has the look, the marketability. So, I mean, you know, with Mark Henry and Big Show, they're just a main event now. You know, Mark Henry, I'm loving his run as, you know, champion now, but, you know, as soon as he falls out of that main event spot here sometime in, you know, this year, you know, by WrestleMania, you know, he probably won't make it to that main event level again. He's kind of like, you know, a Kane, basically. He's getting this run as champion. And, you know, it's well-deserved, and he's running with it well. Same thing with Show. Show will just jump down to the mid-card as well.
And the thing is, you know, before, like, this year, it was just the Cena and Orton show. You know, Punk was, like, jobbing at the start of the year, for those of you that don't remember. So, and they just pushed him up there because the fans wanted it, because the fans, you know, asked for it. He cut one promo, and then he's automatically main event status. You know, and then he sold a ton of merchandise, so now his spot's secure. But that's it. Like, you know, just 3 guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just took a list and just put Punk, Cena, Orton as your main event talent, I wouldn't have argued the other 5 or 6 that you have on.
Yeah. You know, I just put them in the main event here because that's where they're at now.
I feel like everyone's stuck between, like, main event and upper mid card status. Like,
a lot of people
they're like Miz is like right in between there. You know, like Ziggler, like, is right in between there. Even Sheamus to me is like right in between there. He's not really fighting for any of the titles. I mean, and he's kind of just seems like he's been in kind of meaningless feuds. He had a feud with Christian, and it was just
they haven't
kind of there, just kind of thrown there. Like, there's not any captivating storylines to make us care for our talent like there was back 10 years ago.
Yeah, and you know, I think then the thing that it really hurts the product, and I've mentioned this before, is, you know, the internet and how everything rolls now, where people know stuff right away. It's hard to really create a storyline and have people be surprised, you know, with what's going on in today's wrestling. Back in 2001, it wasn't near as prominent. You know, you didn't know, and I think the times were different. I think the writers were different. So I mean, it's interesting to see the roster's 10 years, you know, today and back then how it rolls. So, like I said, this is our second video comparing, you know, the 2 rosters from WWE 2001 to 2011. So I mean, you know, let us know what you guys think. If you guys think, comment.
Place for the haters to rant.
Yeah, just let us know what you guys think about, you know, both rosters, who you think should be main event, you know, whatever, blah blah blah. So, like I said, I'm the Mad Scientist, MVP Sheer here. Check us out. Subscribe.